Good morning.
Good morning.
We're so glad that you've chosen to be with us here today at the Church of Hope. We have a very special guest coming to visit us. He is the business consultant and the ambassador of goodwill from that lovely little town of Lake Inasmuch. You all know where Lake Inasmuch is, don't you? It's not far from
Barstow.
That's right. So here he is to catch us up on all the goings-on at the lake. Bartholomew.
Howdy, y'all. And a gracious good morning to you. My, what a fine ambassador of goodwill you are, too.
Well, thank you, Bart. You make me blush.
Well, it looks good on you.
Bart, not that I mind, but this is a kind of exaggerated you that we're seeing today.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just being real careful because I had a kind of a rough week, and if you don't mind not bringing it up.
Well, not at all, Bart. What's been going on?
Well, since you insist and all, you know that Bible Bill and I share a little cabin in the woods up on the side of the Mountain of Hope that overlooks the lake.
Oh, of course. That's a sweet little place.
Mhm.
Got a nice garden there and a lovely view.
Yeah, it's real nice. It's just that it may be a little small.
Really, Bart? All of a sudden like that?
Yeah, it got a lot smaller this week when Bible Bill got his panties in a bunch, if you'll pardon the expression. But I don't know what else to say. Sometimes that old man just gets going and there's just no way you can talk any sense to him. He just gets started and the Bible verses just start pouring out of him, whether they make any sense or not, and his blood pressure goes up and his eyes bulge out and he starts shaking his fists in the air, and then all of a sudden you're in the middle of a storm and all you can do is hang on to the railing because the seas won't subside.
Bart,
Yeah.
that's quite a rant you had there yourself.
Yeah.
If you don't mind me pointing it out.
Oh, I know. I'm sorry. I guess I'm just like the guy, He raised me, from a cub, and we've been together so long that, well, I guess we've got to just be alike. I don't really mind when he takes off like that. He doesn't do it very often, and when he does, well, it's just necessary. Gotta let the steam out before he blows the seams out.
So what was he so upset about?
Well, same as the thing as always. He's pretty evenly tempered most of the time, but when someone refuses his friendship, or when someone asks about the Bible then won't listen to the answer, or when someone says something real mean about God, that kind of gets his ire up.
Well, he's the resident expert. How old is he now?
112.
Oh my.
Yeah, 112. And he still remembers every verse in the Bible. He memorized it years ago, and he is as sharp as ever.
Well, the thing that always impressed me, Bart, is that not only does he know all the words, but he spent a lifetime living the truth of God. Now, is that a good way to say that?
That sounds good to me. He always looked for the truth behind the stories, and he's been pretty good at finding that truth in everyday living.
So is he okay now?
Well, I'll tell you. He just went on and on, spouting Bible verses till he came to the part about Jesus, where Jesus gets disappointed and irritated and discouraged, and all of a sudden he just stopped.
And?
Yeah, it was then that he remembered that Jesus said it could be difficult some days, it can be. And then he remembered that he needed to stop and pray about the situation, cause, he said, he needed time to talk it over with Jesus, cause he just remembered that Jesus understood the situation he was in, cause he'd been through it.
Oh, so it's all okay now?
It's better. Okay, it was never about me anyway. I needed to just stand by him till he got through it, just like he's done with me 147 times. It's all about relationship,
So I've heard, Bart.
Yeah, I gotta be getting back now. We're going to go for a hike in the back hills. That always helps. Y'all remember, love each other and be looking for God in every situation. Anticipate meeting God every day. It'll get you through. Bye, y'all.
Bye, Bart. Wow, 112 years old, he still remembers it all. What a guy.